Hey guys, it's Wanda from Crazy Days and welcome back to the Queendom. We have some dragonflies and stuff in here making a little racket, but today I've been working in here cleaning up some. I've been taking some of the dead stuff out of the onions on this side, and these Egyptian walking onions, I'm fixing to down a lot of these because look at this. Look how many is in there. There's just lots and lots of them. And I'm going to be putting some up on Etsy shortly. And these are some of the tops that came off of them to sell. They're doing great. I took some of the kale out. We still got all the squash, the tomatoes, and the Cherokee tan here. And the tomatoes and Cherokee tan, we're starting to get hornworms for leaving the doors open during the day. I think they're coming in. But I have something coming that we're going to show you on that. The corn is drying really well. So another couple of weeks maybe the corn will be okay. The Algonquin beans look awesome. You can see they're putting on really nice beans. Again, we're leaving them for dry beans. That's mainly what I'm doing with this type bean in the greenhouse. We're not saving them for seed. We're saving them. Now, my mullein fell over. We've got to stand it back up. I'm going to have to tie it to this. Okay, I'm going to have to tie my mullein to that post. It's not wanting to stay up. We'll get that here in a few minutes. I got a few things to tie up. Today I've been working. These are still the Algonquin beans and another mullein right here. But I've been working from here all the way down. I've added lime, Epsom salt, and bone meal to this because I found root nematodes. And the reason behind this bed having root nematodes is, you see outside, this is a bed is the same size as the ground because our ground slopes down. This is where we used to plant. So this is outside dirt. We added a little bit of dirt in here, but most of it is ground level. So the root nematodes were already here, I'm assuming. But we're adding in this stuff to make it grow and do better. I'm fixing to add baby limas. And I put me a tag back here that says lima, green limas. I'm going to be planting these. These are green limas, not really baby limas. They're green limas, but same thing. What I do is I'm going to come through here now, plant these all the way down because the sunflowers will come out eventually. The sunflowers are just crazy. I mean, everywhere beauty in here with these sunflowers. They're leaning up there because I didn't get them tied, so they're just leaning, staying propped. That's okay. We've still got cucumbers going crazy. They're starting to hang from the top, hanging everywhere. In here, you can see they're getting some good size. I've got a refrigerator full of them. We've got to figure out what we're doing with some more cucumbers. The Malabar's kicking and going. And look, we're fixing to get some mums. They're fixing to start blooming. Now I'm going to get busy on this side and plant the green limas on this side. And then I'm going to show you when I get to the other side. We've got all the purple or blue majesties or whatever beans out. I'm going to redo that soil again with the lime, the Epsom salt, and the bone meal. We're going to add it to the other side, and we're going to plant something different over there. Several people wanted to know what I was adding to my greenhouse when I was amending the soil. One is Epsom salt. One is, oh, it's going away, bone meal, and the other pelletized limestone. It's a fast-acting acid neutralizer. And one other thing we're going to do, every time we have fish bones, I'm going to put it in the soil. Now I'm going to dig way back here where I did not plant. I planted up here. So I'm digging in the back where I did not plant because my roots will reach back in there. Believe me, things will grow to it. And I'm going to start adding the bones in the back of the bed and stuff for things to grow. All right, yesterday evening, late, I planted this side of the greenhouse with the Fisher egg beans. Now, we're gonna try these. These seeds are probably 3 or 4 years old, and they were sent to us, and they are a native bean. They're in an egg shape, and I'm just gonna try them. We're gonna see how the Fisher beans do here. They're used for fresh, or you can leave them for drying. And again, that's something that I'm thinking we might eat a few fresh, but we're gonna dry most of them for dried beans. So this year I'm kind of concentrating on my dried beans and getting some dried beans put up. But that's what I did here. Here is the Cherokee Trail of Tears beans that I had. I had 3 plants, and I'm going to take you inside and show you how many beans we got from each, from all 3 plants in a minute. But I took all the bad leaves off 3 days ago. And look at this. I was going to take them down. These things are amazing. These Trail of Tears beans are amazing. Look at it. It's still got life in it. It's coming back out. So I decided to leave them. Everything that was dead came off. And the vines are just going to town again. And look at this. It's wanting to bloom already. So I left all 3 of them. You see all the new growth on this? Now this one has been slower, but you see it's got green in there. It's coming back out. So I left it, all 3 of them. Now the thing about these beans, I only put 3, just testing. So we're going to go in and see how many beans we got off. But I came back, and in the spaces I put like 1 or 2 here, a couple there, and a couple down there. Like we may have 8 beans now. So we're going to see what we get off of 3, and we're going to see what we get off the 8 as they grow through the summer. Let's go in the house and see how many beans we have. These are the beans that I've dried from the Trail of Tears. That's quite a few. These are the bean pods. I'm going to count the pods, see how many they are, and we'll have a winner of if somebody came close to the pods. Then I will shell each one individually out, because most people were thinking beans individual, and sit and count those. So that's going to take a little while. Right now I'm going to just count the pods, and see how many there are of these. It may not look like it, but that is 50 pods. We still have this to go. Still guessing? 100 and counting. Wow. Here is 200, and that's 50 more. 250 pods off 3 plants, guys. 3 plants. This is what they look like. They're a beautiful, beautiful black bean. I think it's awesome. We're going to shell them out. We're going to see what happens and how many beans, but 250 of these. Isn't that awesome? And it actually came out to an even number. I'm really surprised. But let's shell. I'm sitting out here shelling the Trail of Tears beans. You can see, even though the shells are different colors when they dry, they're anywhere from brown to black. The beans are all black. We have one every now and then that's kind of a brown color, but the majority of them are black. We're not saving these for seed. We're going to be counting, and I'm going to use them as dry beans. But isn't that pretty? And I'm sitting out here at the pond, listening to the fish pop the water occasionally. I'm going in a few minutes and counting beans. I'm counting the beans. So far, 300 right there in the bag. And look. I'm going to be guessing approximately, I don't know, 1,000 or more. We'll see. Okay, guys, so I have 5 winners. 5. I counted the beans, and I'm going to show you in a minute how many I had, and I'm going to tell you who the winners are. All 5 of you have to send me an email at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and I'm going to send you a sample of the Trail of Tears beans. It'll be about 10, 12 beans to each one of you who guessed correctly. So let me show you my Trail of Tears beans. All right, I've already got them in a bag here. Look up here. 250 pods off 3 plants. 1,263 beans. Now, when I went back through the comments, Maggie VW said 1,200. Annette Johnson said 1,200. Southern Grandma said 250. CRT said 250. And Lulu said 250. So all 5 of you, y'all have to ignore all these weird stuff over here because I've got all kinds of weird writing on my pages. This is how I do notes, see? All right, so Maggie VW, Annette Johnson, Southern Grandma, CRT, and Lulu, 250 pods, 1,263 beans. So guys, I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of my high tunnel Trail of Tears Cherokee garden. I've still got the Cherokee purple tomatoes. I've got some in the floor over there in the middle. I've still got the Cherokee tan pumpkins growing. The Algonquin beans are drying. I put more of the Trail of Tears beans back in the ground. We're going to see how many more I get on this round 2. It's amazing. The ones that I pulled off, I'm going to put at the end of this clip an update about, I think it's been a week since I took all the bad leaves and all that off of the Trail of Tears, and I showed you earlier in 3 days how much it had grown. So I'm going to show you again. It's been 5 or 6 days, 7, something like that, and I've got little plants already. So guys, thank you for watching. Get in touch with me at Deep South Homestead if you want one of the 5, and we'll talk to you later. Bye guys.